Hey everyone, I just want to make a quick video again about some waveforms, and today I want to look at a few things about harmonics. To start with, I'm going to be using just one note, this A. You might have heard of the A 440 Hertz. We can see that here on the scope. We're reading about 440 Hertz. So you're going to be used to seeing some of these wave shapes. A basic sine wave, what we've got on the scope right now. But maybe what you're not used to seeing is a different graph, which looks like this. And I'm going to scale it down so we can get it in the right scale. Yeah, so if you can see there now, I'm showing 250 Hertz per division, that's per scale going up on the graph. And we're just below the second one, which would be 500. So that's where that big peak that you can see there is our fundamental frequency played by this A at 440 Hertz. So you can see a really nice strong peak there when I play that. And so that's how we show it. So that graph is showing frequency and amplitude. What I do want to show though is when we change the type of waveform, so I was just using a sine wave, other waveforms are much more rich in harmonics. So when we see the sine wave, there's only that one fundamental tone really that's present. And it's really strong, right? So when we change to a different type of waveform, we're going to see other harmonics and other frequencies above our fundamental coming into that tone. So let's change it. We'll go to like a square wave and we'll see what happens. Alright, so right there I've brought my oscillator up through a triangle wave and then sawtooth up into a square wave. So here's our square wave. So you can see our 440 is still there. It's the strongest peak. But we've also introduced all these other harmonics, which are multiples of our 440. Now, one of the things I wanted to show you with synths and why we have filters and how the filters affect our sounds is I've got a low pass filter. Right now my cutoff is wound up all the way, so theoretically it's passing all frequencies. And as we wind our cutoff frequency down, we're going to see the effect of subtractive synthesis, where we remove frequencies that are high, and we're going to only let through the low frequencies. So you're going to see that happen on the scope. So I'm going to start up high and we're going to wind it down. So you can see them starting to drop off. And eventually we're really only left with our fundamental. If I go too far down, we're going to wipe it out as well. But there we've gone from a square wave, which had lots of frequencies, to a filtered square wave, which only has one real dominant frequency, which if we're going to look at that back on the scope, it starts to look like a sine wave again. So I'll put all my frequencies back in and we'll see that it was originally a square wave. There it is. Cool. Yeah.